No joystick needed, she's got the knack. Grandma's taking Moria, and she's not looking back. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the mines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. The dwarves all cheer as she leads the way with a fiery torch that keeps the dark at bay. Crafting epic gear with a knowing grin. In the game of life, she's here to win. Let the lava flow, let the forges roar. Grandma's conquering every lore. She's got wisdom, skill, and reflex too. In the minds of Moria, she's breaking through. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the mines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. She's got her headset on and her keyboard split in the depths of Moria. She's a perfect fit, mining gems and gold, she's on a quest. Grandma's gaming heart, she's the very best. Her pickaxe swings with a digital flair. Enemies beware, she's got a warrior stare. No joystick needed, she's got the knack. Grandma's taking Moria, and she's not looking back. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the mines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. The dwarves all cheer as she leads the way with a fiery torch that keeps the dark at bay. Crafting epic gear with a knowing grin. In the game of life, she's here to win. Let the lava flow, let the forges roar. Grandma's conquering every lore. She's got wisdom, skill, and reflex too. In the minds of Moria, she's breaking through. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the mines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. Grandma's taking Moria, and she's not looking back. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the lines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. The dwarves all cheer as she leads the way with a fiery torch that keeps the dark at bay. Crafting epic gear with a knowing grin in the game of life, she's here to win. Let the lava flow, let the forges roar. Grandma's conquering every lure. She's got wisdom, skill, and reflex too. In the minds of Moria, she's breaking through. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the lines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. She's got her headset on and her keyboard's lit in the depths of Moria. She's a perfect fit, mining gems and gold, she's on a quest. Grandma's gaming hard, she's the very best. Her pickaxe swings with a digital flair. Enemies beware, she's got a warrior stare. No joystick needed, she's got the knack. Grandma's taking Moria, and she's not looking back. Gaming grandma's in the zone tonight. Her pixel world shining bright. From the lines to the mountains, she's the queen. Living the dream in a gaming scene. The dwarves all cheer as she leads the way with a fiery torch that keeps the dark at bay. Crafting epic gear with a knowing grin in the game of life, she's here to win. Let the lava flow, let the forges roll.
All right, let's get the party started, or the little extra building video started. I figured, let's do it. We were notified there is a sale. So if we stream, we can give something away. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to stream and give stuff away. And we're going to experiment a little bit. We are getting this outpost ready for a one of the NPCs. And I'm not sure how it's going to work. I wanted them kind of close to where I was going to be. I'm going to end up being over here. I suppose I could put them in the cottage, but I'd have to set up stairs. And I think I can do the stairs right here. So I'm just kind of finishing up that. And I'm going to put one of those guard tower flags here on a bed, a roasting pit. Of course, they might just come back to the community lodge to eat. That I'm not sure. We're going to find out though. So let's see, rails. I must have opened the rails by now. There they are. I had a rope ladder over here. Oh, I have to build the hearth. I had a rope ladder over here and decided one, I know they can't climb ropes, the NPCs. But two, let's see, build towards a hearth, build near a hearth. Let's move this one over a little bit just so I want to put a hearth there, a little campfire hearth, but oops, lost my materials. So we'll, let's see. Just want to put it out of the way for now. But close enough so it'll work over here. Until I can make just a little campfire, you know, something for them to sit by, is what I'm thinking. And I like this little thing I do with little campfires where I embed the little round campfire in some stone. Let's see if we can get it to come up a little bit. There we go. And I'll put a little campfire there. Just for ambiance, if nothing else. Sometimes I can get it to go in a little bit deeper. There we go. That looks good. Now I'm curious if I put a bed here, will they sleep here? So we're going to try that too. So this will be a little bit of a test to see what we can get the NPCs to do. Now it's right here by a bear, so we don't know how that's going to work. He may end up fighting with the bear a lot. Hey Cal, little impromptu building video. We were told there was a sale and they said we could give some stuff away if we stream for a couple hours. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to stream for a couple hours and put stuff away, or give stuff away. And we are going to experiment to see if my little outpost, guard post is going to work. So we're going to make a guard post flag. I don't know. I don't know if I can assign somebody up here. So I'm going to see if I assign their bed here. No, I don't want to sleep here myself. If I assign a bed here, will somebody stay up here? Will one of the people assigned as a guard, will they automatically come up here? I don't know. So it's a little bit of an experiment to see how that's going to work. All right, let's assign it. How come it won't let me assign it? Is it too far away to assign it? Just trying to lock the ancient set. They might do a video of how I build my kitchens. I think that would be awesome. How come it won't let me assign a bed? Is it too far away from the delve? Interesting. We're learning. I know I can't make another one because you can't make more than one till you've like finished the game. And oh, well, oh, I bet you when I make it, it'll say you can't have more than one. All right. So we don't want to do that. Have to since they highlighted it now. Oh, sure, the kitchen. Is it one of the things that got highlighted in the community build challenge? That would be awesome. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if one of the guards is going to come over here. I don't know if they'll sleep over here. I should probably put some food there. So that's a bit of an experiment. But what we're going to do is some building. So I built my, oh, missed. I built my little cathedral, church, wedding chapel over by the Lord's Manor. And you can't really see it in there. And I really like it. So I want it to be more visible. So I'm basically going to tear it down from where it is now and move it over here. And then in the space the cathedral's in now, we will put a bookstore and or a library, because one of my viewers actually requested that. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to see how that goes today. And I'm going to have to remember to eat. I'm going to have to remember to eat. So how are we going to start? We're going to repair, we need to repair this stuff. I don't know if we're going to attach the building to this wall or have it be a freestanding. That I haven't decided. So let's at least repair the wall though. So let's get some platforms going here. So did a little God of War this morning and basically got my ass handed to me. I think that's a fair statement. Fighting the last two bosses of the game, and they're tough. It's the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen, and they are very, very hard. And I didn't even get either one of them down past 50%. And I even had people helping me, giving me hints on different runics to use, different skills to use. And I still didn't make it. So we will probably try again next Friday. And we'll see, but I don't have anything else to do. That is the last thing that I need to do in the game. I have done all the other side quests. I have finished up all the other realms. So I may be getting ready to start another game on Friday morning. And Curb's back. Hi, Curb. Just talking about my unsuccessful attempt this morning to take out the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen in God of War Ragnarok. Got my butt handed to me. Couldn't even get him down to 50%. So either one of them. Barely. 50% and then promptly died. I probably died 30 times. I didn't have a moderator to put in the death count for me, and I was forgetting, but I'm thinking it was at least 30, if not worse. So this is a little impromptu, I made it a little impromptu build because they are having a last minute sale on this game. And they asked us content creators to stream a couple hours and give stuff away. And so since I usually adventure with this character on Saturdays, we're going to build today. And so we're getting ready to put my cathedral, my chapel, whatever you want to call it, over here. I don't think I have those pieces, do I? Yeah, I saw you come in at the end of this morning's stream. I wasn't sure how much you actually got to see of that disaster. Let's see, I don't know if I have that build piece. Is it this one? I think it's that one. Let's try it. Let's get up there. The chat tonight is faster. Strider of Valor, one of the guys that helps me quite a bit with my tech, told me there's a setting when you're setting up a YouTube stream where you can set it at normal latency, low latency, or ultra low latency. So I put it on ultra low latency. He cautioned me though that sometimes when you do that, it degrades the quality of the picture. So I'm experimenting with the ultra low latency, and I'm glad to hear that it is much faster. It looks like it should go there, huh? But it doesn't want to. So maybe that is not the piece. Maybe it's a column that's been set back. That's close, but not it. The other piece matches better. I just can't get it to center on it. I can't get it to snap there. But it is a better match. But it wants to snap to the side. It doesn't want to snap in the center. So we'll leave that for now, because if I tuck my building back in here, nobody will see it anyway. But wanted to start with a clean slate. Yeah, it seems like before I changed it, it was like 30 seconds or something ridiculous like that. Let's move this. You're doing a legendary bounty in Red Dead Redemption. Oh, I haven't got there yet, have I? The legendary bounties, which is perfectly okay. Perfectly okay that I'm not there yet. All right, so let's fix this side. This side looks a little bit better in that there's no chunks missing. So we'll get this ready, and then we will go tear down the cathedral and move it. And if my shoulder and wrist hold out, we'll do some more. But this morning was tense, man. My biceps are screaming at me from all that activity fighting the bosses. It's amazing how much using your thumb and your trigger fingers affect your neck and your shoulders and your wrist, of course. Why tear down? Oh, instead of just build a fresh one? I'm going to want to tear it down from there anyway, because I'm going to build a different structure in there. Doesn't hurt to reuse the materials either. Neck stretches. Probably should do that. I know I was really being mindful about dropping my shoulder. Trying to remember to do that. Then you have a reference for now. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. It doesn't have to be an exact duplicate. I would probably improve on the design anyway. Once I get it out of there, I may change the cathedral ceiling. I'm using the wood stairs for the cathedral high arch ceiling. And I might change that. I saw a few really cool ideas in the community build challenge of how to make kind of a cathedral ceiling. So I might brave it a little and try something new. You never know. One little tad up here. I'll get to it. There we go. All right. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to back the building up to this wall. Yes, that's exactly who I was thinking about, Mariac ceiling, the cathedral, using the arches, basically seeing the arches from the bottom. It was so cool. I don't know if I could duplicate it, but I'm wondering if that's something I could accomplish. All right. The other thing to think about is the floor. I hate the fact that you can't hide this wood or get rid of this wood. I've beat on it as much as I can beat on it. It won't go away. And if I'm going to put a church here, I either put it as standalone on its own floor with maybe some steps, or I put a foundation kind of here. You'd have to raise it up a few inches, so I could raise it up to here, probably the top of these steps. The other thing I need to think about is how, yeah, you can do something, yeah, it'll work. Not on an angle, because right here's on a weird angle. So, but this will work. So, let's go back over here. We're still going to use this area by the Lord's Manor. We're going to put a library or a bookstore or something there. And I really like being able to come in here and see the pretty gold wall, but you can't really see the structure very well. So that is why we're going to take it down. It's pretty simple, you know, it's not a complicated, I mean, the hardest part was the ceiling, which was really hard to work in with it being right up against the ceiling, the rock formation, right? So it might be easier to work with in the open area. Sir Cicero asked me to, we were talking about other buildings that could be incorporated into a community. And he was talking about a church, and I was like, oh yeah, right here by the Lord's Manor, he could marry people. Oops, probably didn't want to take that out. So that's why I initially built the chapel here. And so it will still be useful. We'll just put it somewhere else. Let's see. What did I put there? Window. Build near a hearth. I don't have a hearth over here. Probably do not have a hearth over here. I tend to remove the hearths when I'm not going to be in the area, because I don't want to have to run over here to do a siege. All right. It seems kind of silly to have a window right there, doesn't it? All right. My backpack's full. There we go. Now what do I got here? Some building supplies. It's funny, the stuff came back that I had cleaned out after the update. I'm going to keep the floor because we're going to put the bookstore and or library here. All right, let's go take our stuff over here. I haven't seen one of my guards come over here. So I'm thinking it's maybe too far away from the rally point. I don't know. The rally stone. I was hoping they'd come over here. And it seems maybe when it's gotten more advanced, I can put in a another delve stone or something over here, like maybe a rally stone, to have a group here in the Lord's Manor area. What am I doing? I'm making a box. The bear doesn't bother me generally when I'm over here. We'll find out though. I probably should put the stuff I was carrying with me in a separate box so that I'm not losing it. Jedi Allen. Hello, how are you, Jedi?
I need you to let me touch it.
Oh, man.
Touch it. I have to do it very gingerly.
Gingerly. I like that word they used. Not softly or delicately, gingerly. It almost seems like something like that's appropriate for what Cass would say. Hey, I wasn't bothering you. And I'm glad you're fantastic. So let's put another box with my travel items so that I don't have to worry about those. I don't know why I had the mirrored silver on me. I have to look and see where I was in the quest. Okay. All right, so now we need to decide on space. These would be a nice wall to have on the back of the chapel, at least one of them. Can I insert gold? Probably, I mean, I don't know. Never. I don't know that I've used these walls before. Let's see. Yes, you can. All right. So let's see, how do I want to do this? Do I want to incorporate that into the building then? I don't really want to bring the chapel all the way out here. It'd be a small chapel if we did it just to here. I wish I had the cross pieces right there. Suppose I could add like a wood trim to kind of cover over the missing pieces. Let's put up some scaffolding. And I do need to remember to go home and feed the NPCs. So let's see how this is going to work. So I could do one large panel.
Are you not entertained?
Thank you, Jedi.
Entertained?
I don't like it out on the top there. Let's try. Can we get it in to where it is not? Let's see. Let's try. I think I'd want that top one up a little higher, huh? Let's see if I can get it up a little higher. I'm not sure if I like it yet. I'm still puttering on it. And then I bring these up. Come on, come down. Kind of sits out a little further than the other piece. The other piece seems willing to recess. Probably because it's more embossed. No, I don't like that. Oh, what? Okay, I was getting a little nervous there that it wasn't gonna go away. All right, there we go. And then I was wondering if I could fit let's see if a different one will do something different here. I don't have the patience for the finesse that some other people might. You know, they can get the great detail, and I admit that. I don't have the patience to get it perfect. That's okay. I do it for fun, not to win any competitions. The creativity some of the builders have, though, it blows my mind. I don't even know. Cal and Miriak and Jubo and Fireman Davy, just your Noob Deluxe, your ability to imagine Durin's Tower the way you did and then put everything where you wanted it. To me it's daunting. I don't know that I will ever try to build up there. It just feels daunting to me. Okay, I need to get lower for that one. Not that low. Let's try this. That kind of looks cool. Maybe I'll put some in here too. I mean, in my imagination, the cathedral would have quite a bit of, you know, gold trim. Maybe actually this would be these. That looks nice. So those of you who are on here probably all have the game, but just in case you don't, there is a giveaway. Oh, did somebody come? Somebody come and sleep? Look at that. Somebody came and slept. Let's put a little meal table. I didn't bring any food though. I'll have to go get a bag of food. What am I looking for? A little camp table. Where do I want to put this? I don't want to put it here in front of the wine, the ale. I guess it's just going to go here. And I got to get some food because I don't have anything over here. So let's go grab a little bit of food so maybe he'll eat. I don't know. When there's more than one table, sometimes you don't know which table the food's going to go to. So we'll find out. This was the whole point, was to figure out if I could have little guard posts and, you know, people in the guard posts. Why are you out here in the dark? Why aren't you in bed? Because probably the door was closed. Let's see, we need to take some cranberries, mushrooms, onions. I don't know, we'll take some potatoes and cabbage. That's the basics. And we'll feed myself while I'm here. So, did you come in since I opened the door? I didn't notice if he snuck behind me or not.
Beyond tired now.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, right? There's 3 over here and the other one over there. And I'm eating. Let's have a little nosh while we're waiting. So I'll quit starving. Don't want to give Jedi a heart attack that I'm starving. All right. So we've got some food. I could take I have a build bag of food. I could take it over there. No brew. That's just terrible. How's my brew upstairs? So all these guys do is drink. It's got some. It's got some. All right, we got one that's going to be done. You can't see the hunger meter right now? They're hungry. I ate a couple mushrooms while I'm waiting for dinner. Faster, faster. Well, that one came here, so that's good. Quarter. All right, so let's see if he needs to eat. We will make some roasted fruit. I mean, they won't cook for themselves over here, so I will have to, if I'm going to keep people at guard posts, if they're going to eat here as opposed to coming over to the community lodge. So that'll be something I will, you know, experiment with. If they can guard here and if they'll come over to the community lodge for food, where the cook will be at some point. Okay. So that's the back of our cathedral. Let's see, how tall do we need to make the floor to cover the wood? That'll work, and we can put some of the low steps in there. So it's going to be a little chapel. I think if we just use this section right here, it'll be a little chapel. But you can only marry one person at a or one set at a time, right? I tried, Jedi, I tried. It won't go away. Pickaxe, glamdring, none of it works. And there's a few things like that in this game, huh? There's just a few things that you just can't get rid of. There's like some wood pieces that are, lean up against a wall that you can't get rid of. And the wood here is one of those things.
Salutations.
Let's see, is that up? Is that right? So that's kind of off center, so I'm going to put it, I'll have to put a row over on the other side. Because this one extends out here a little bit. Right, so I think if I put, the problem is when you put the, shoot, there isn't a little 1x1. How's that look? That looks good. So, yeah, it might not be centered, that back wall. So we'll have to, maybe we'll make a little side porch or something. Where's the guy? I saw his basket. Where'd he go? All right, so one of these days I'll figure out how to build around my big head and I could take the Duran's axe out. That would be a little easier. So I don't know that I want to bring the gilded floor all the way out. I will do it one more time. I'll bring it out one more. So where's my siege going to be?
You first.
Camp 1 is down there. No, over here.
Orcs, we got orcs.
What fire is over there?
Perfect. Ah, that's one more.
20 yards away. There's no campfire down there. Come on out of there. It makes it look like there's a campfire inside my bear cave. Oh, I wonder if somebody put a little campfire in there so they could add the holly. When we were doing the Yuletide stream. I think Tyler was building over here. Maybe she was experimenting or something so she could hang a holly on it. Oh, they're up there too. Damn. They're getting all the Christmas decorations. Well, you know, it's past Christmas. I didn't have to take her down myself then.
Now that's a killing blow.
She must have put... Did she put one in here too? I know you can bury them and then you can't see them, of course. All right, let's go look in the other one. See if somebody buried a hearth in there. Did they kill the bear, or is the bear still around? Well, if she put a hearth in here, she snuck it in there quite well. Yep, there is a little camp hearth in there. I wonder if I can get to it from here. Haha, not gonna be able to get to it. Well, then I guess we're going to have an occasional siege here in the bear. But it's a campfire stove, isn't it? Just like one of the little camp rings. Why would it be? It looks like it's just one of the little campfires. Why would that have a siege? The little campfires don't have sieges, do they? Oh well. Move along. Move along. So they helped me take down my Christmas decorations. Okay. All right, Mr. Bear, where are you hiding? All right, so if we bring it out one more, it'll cover up most of that wood. And then with steps, so then the question is it face, is the entrance here? Or does it enter from here? Or is it kind of an open church, like just archways? More like a fancy gazebo? No, because then you can't do all the gold wall. I might end up adding more gold up there, I don't know. The problem is those chunks missing, so either I put wood, like the lodge pieces. I've seen that at the top of somebody's tower, and I swear it looked like gold trim. But I could put it to hide edges and stuff. Get a little bit more fancy. All right. Something looks a little off up there. Okay. Let's see. Did this box get moved over? Okay. I kind of feel like there's going to be entrances coming from this way because the Lord's Manor's over there. So he would be walking over here. And then maybe other people in the community would be walking from over here. Maybe they wouldn't want to walk past the bear though. Alright, so how are we going to do these walls? Because you have to plan snap points. I don't think I can, we'll see. Let's see what I can do here. We're going to want to incorporate this pillar. Or we want to embed within the pillar. That's going to leave a gap there. Looks kind of awkward though, doesn't it? So maybe I'm not putting it there. Let's see if I put the floor. It's not gonna let me sink it because of the foundation. Right? It's not gonna let me sink it because of the foundation. If I put adamant under it, I think if you put adamant under it, you can sink, but if there's foundation, I don't think it lets you sink granite into it. And these have slightly sunk in order to match the top there. And then I put the floor up against it. Let's try an experiment here. Can I snap it over there and then slip the floor under it? Let's try that. We shall see. Yes. Now what happens if I put the floor there? Might look awkward, huh? Because there's going to be an overhang. But we will, I don't know, we'll put some benches for seating or something. Of course, if I want to do this, I have to do the wall all the way across. Right? I can't put the foundation in yet because it's not going to let me sink the next one. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So wall, then floor. So we also need to decide if I want panel all the way across or if I want to adorn it with some gold along the way. So we got 3 panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I put a gold one, I put one in the center. I think we're going to do an archway. Have I not opened the arch yet? Thought I made the star metal hammer. There it is. So if I do, I like these arches as opposed to the ones that are pre-made.
Guess who's back?
That might not work height-wise though, huh? once the floor is there. Who are you calling a bitch anyway over there, Jedi? Can I sink it into the wall without it ruining the paneling? Okay. That looks a little cut off though. So you have the let me know you're back. I appreciate it. I'd like to know who's hanging out with me. So you can do that as an archway, or I could actually put a door here. I could put the gilded door there. Right? There's a gilded door. The problem is if I put the floor in now, because it wouldn't let me sink it into the foundation. So now if I put the floor in, the door is going to be at the wrong height. And that's the fun of building, is you got to try stuff and you got to fuss with it, and then you got to see if it's going to work. Ah. And it does. It's a short door, but it works. We'll see. We'll see if we like it once we fuss with it a little bit. Wouldn't be the first time I put something together and then tore it back down again. Why do I got a piece of wall there? Then I'd put what, little couple of steps right here, some of the smaller steps. It won't let me sink the walls into a floor that has a foundation on it. So if I want everything to come up a little bit, I'm going to have to put adamant first and sink the adamant. I just put stairs all the way across just so it's uniform. And I'm starving again. Not convinced I like it yet, but I'm messing with it. So we would have to, oh wow, if I attach the walls here, I end up with a very narrow space. Otherwise, I bring the wall out here and incorporate the either way, it is not going to let me put the floor to match the height over there. So I might be scratching this and If I have the floor up higher though, it's going to or the walls up higher, it's going to interfere with that. But I won't be able to sink a wall here. It's not going to let me sink it to match the top if I want it to go into the floor. All right. Plan B. I'm going to have to start with adamant so that I can sink walls and stuff, I think. Because I know you can't put it through foundation, right? So maybe if we do adamant first, do the walls, then put the floor in. Cal says it's order of operations, so does Axebeard. It's all order of operations. What you put in first. So it could also be that it would be too difficult to try to build it in, including these walls. So maybe it sits forward and these walls are just decoration behind it, instead of part of the cathedral. You know, I could leave the top of the cathedral open so you could see the back wall, you know, like the top floor of it open. Where do I want it? Now, if this statue and the stairs and everything weren't here, it'd be cool to incorporate this whole section into the chapel. But what I'm thinking is it's going to be these two pillars. Now, can I bury these and put the floor right on top and sink in my walls? Let's see. Come on. Kind of hard to tell if it's snapping in there. Okay. So let's do that all the way across. cabinet floor itself is kind of a nice pattern, you know, all by itself. But we're going to cover it probably with the gilded floor. If I had the white marble that you get in Duran's Folk, that would be way cool. I've seen some of the community builds that they did for the Duran's Tower. They had used there's a gilded floor with the white marble, and it's really pretty. Almost too fancy for a dwarf, I don't know. Seems more like something you'd have in an elvish area. But maybe that's stereotyping the dwarf. They just seem like a rugged people. But I can imagine they'd have to have gold, right? Because that's what they collect, is gold. They're miners, of course. So I'm kind of just putting a whole foundation out here. And then we'll decide dimensions of the chapel. Wonder what they would call it, like the lore. That's my weakness with this game, is I don't know the Tolkien lore. Would they call it a chapel, a church, a cathedral, feast hall? I don't know. What would they call it? A place where they would marry. Maybe it'd be the Great Hall, where the Lord would marry the dwarves. They'd do it in a great hall. If anybody out there knows the lore, let me know what you think they would do. If it wasn't in the movie, I don't know. I'm a visual person. I like to watch the movies, the cinematography, the actors, special effects. All right, how far out are we going to make this? This dang wood. How did I end up with a piece over here? I've overlapped something. There we go. Whoa, what was that? I saw an artifact of something there. Okay, if we're going to incorporate this whole, I'm thinking the left pillar and the first of the right pillars here. The left pillar of the right. Does that make sense? So back wall. I've already got the wood or the gold trim, so I don't really want more gold right here. I honestly don't know if I can build kind of through the center of that. We're going to find out though. Let's see, let's peek over there, see if anybody's starving. What time is it? First light. Better go see if they need some food. And they were born in a barn, apparently. Letting the wolves come in. Oh, quit eating your limbus. I swear I just heard a wolf growl. I think I am hearing a wolf growl. Oh, I know what I'm hearing. They're snoring. Haha. The dwarves are snoring. That's what it was. So the one that was sleeping over there earlier did not sleep over there this time. I'm going to put some food on the table just in case. Now they'll go out the door, but for some reason they won't go back in the door. Weird little situation. All right. So then the next trick is how to make sure I don't even know if it's possible. Can I embed a wall in here? And how do I make sure it's on the same height as that one? Looks like it's on the same height. So I think we did 5 across, right? And then I did did 2 across and a gold panel. Oh, I thought it was far. Oh, I know why it's not as far apart, because I'm incorporating that column. So then this, there's this other archway. This is new. As opposed to this one. One's kind of got a rounded top, the other one has the I like that one. Don't know why. And then we are going to continue the same panel across. don't want the wall so close to the door. Gold. And panel. You know, I've also seen people put gold in the panel. I saw Static Kiwi do that. Which might look kind of neat. Or is it too much? Oh, that was different. That one's set forward a little bit. I mean, it is a cathedral after all. That's a bummer, huh? That there isn't a little narrow piece of wall, but I could put gold here, right? Couldn't I? Aw, why won't you let me put gold there? Kind of looks so plain next to the gold. So either I leave it like that or I put in the golden door. Suppose if we put a door on it, we don't have to worry about the wolves interrupting the ceremony. But I don't like how it's so plain on the top. Yeah, the golden door, but so plain on the top. Wish we had like a sideways piece of gold that I could put there. Maybe I will put some of the wood I've seen the lodge pieces on a building that looks kind of gold from a distance. But no, that won't, I can't get that to work there. I'll have to decide how I want to adorn the top of that. It's so plain. about that? Better than nothing. And it kind of has a little triangle peak on it like the inlaid wall does. We'll go with that for now. All right. So it does look better, huh? Looks better. We're going to put a, let's see. We put a gold narrow there, then we have to put a gold narrow here, I think. Did Tanik pop in? Hi, Tanik. It is a, I guess, a cathedral, a chapel, whatever a dwarf might call it, for the Lord to marry the dwarfs. So I thought it needed to be fancy. But I don't know what the lore is as far as what is the lore in the sense of what would a dwarf call it. Hi, Bradokin. And where do we want the door? Because the Lord's manor's over there, so I figure he's going to come over here. You can just kind of put it on the same plane as the other one. So for anybody who is a Tolkien fan, what would they call? Would it be part of a great hall? Is that where the Lord would marry? Like in the Great Hall? Would they even have a chapel? Which one did I use over here? I think I used this one, right? It looks a little, I don't like it. Never mentioned dwarf marriages. Interesting. We just grabbed each other by the hand and said, hey, you want to shack up? Yeah, sure. And that was the end of that. I guess. Had to have something figured out. All right, so we're doing, I want to try to be consistent. So we had a full, I don't know, kind of the, I need to change this. This is going to be wood, and this is going to be the solid. And then we got the panel. I stole the panel gold idea from Miss Static Kiwi. I should do a couple things here. Mr. Cow is a new streamer. And then Miss Static Kiwi. That's who I stole the idea from. Haha, I spelt it correctly. Spelt it correctly. Jen, I think you have a channel too, right? Don't you? We're going to find out. He does. All right. I don't know if you stream to it, but you now have a shout out to it. We're going to embed the gold wall here. So let's, whoops, where'd it go? Oh, I know. I gotta get back on the right tab. Sporter, not a creator. Okay. This one came too far forward. And I appreciate your support, Jedi. And we are doing a giveaway, so if you have anybody that wants any portion of the game, it could be a base game, it could be one of the DLCs. Alright, so this one is panel. Solid. I'm doing the same design too, as far as the relief pattern. I suppose you could do different ones for variety, right? You could do, let's see, a little bit different. So it's not completely the same. Well, if they don't have cathedrals or churches, then we'll just call it a small great hall. Oh, I did the singles over there anyway. Okay. So this is, the solid walls are the 3. And then those. So it doesn't look like I can fit another wall right here, right? Sorta. I mean, you'll sorta see it. Now the whole point of moving this out into the open, which has now become quite a bit bigger than the original one, is to be able to do the peaked ceiling. So if I want it high enough so we could see this back wall, am I putting another floor or a half a floor? Let's see. What would we do? Dwarf marriages, if you want me to post it. Absolutely. I'm quite curious. If I want to have that included in the chapel, the Dwaros Scholar. Cool. Put it in the Discord for me too, please. I feel like if we want it that tall, it ends up being too tall a ceiling. Because I use the polished stairs. Thank you, Jedi. I'm looking forward to reading it. So maybe it'd be a piece here. And then this piece. Hey, that looks pretty good. That worked out quite well, actually. And it's not like we need it to be rainproof or anything, right? So we could take another layer of stair over there if we wanted to. Let's see what that would look like, as opposed to just leaving the gap. Yeah, if I bring more stair over, it kind of cuts it off. The way I had done the other cathedral is I had like 2 layers. I had a dual peak, right? So I had a smaller peak and then the larger peak. So how would I do that here? Because that works well for framing that. Don't know if it's official. We're gonna take it anyway. We're gonna use it. I don't have any other information. We'll start rumors. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start rumors. Let's see. So we will do the, oops, that. Okay, that looks good. Now this is the way I had done it over in the other area. But there are other ways to make the cathedral ceiling based on the community build that was done. Let's try a few ideas here. I love this. I love this. I love just building in this game, and I know there's a lot of other games you can build in, but for some reason I like this system better. The one in Dune is fast. It's really quick, but I think you can be a lot more creative here. Now Miriak he used arches. Ooh, but I don't know if I have those arches. Do I? It was arches and columns. Is it the antique set that I haven't opened yet? Is it the ones you build yourself? Did he like do that? Because I'm playing a game of my own while listening. Like radio, okay. I do ramble, don't I? I ramble, I ramble, I ramble. You will, it's just standard granite, arches, and columns he used. Okay. So, you can't do that though. I'd have to put my own columns first. I'm assuming. Would you put an adamant column in there to build off of? It will not be as good as his, but I'm going to mess with the idea anyway. So, and I think he did like the granite column like underneath to kind of like finish it in a way. I don't know. I'd have to look at it a lot closer to see what he did. The other option would be to use the ornate ceiling. So let's see. All right, for anybody new, the game is on sale. 50% off the base game, but you can also win a copy if you'd like. Nobody else asks, wins or asks to be in there, puts in a ticket, then you just connect up with me on Discord. But the base game is 50% off. You could win a copy. Also, all the DLCs, including the Durance Folk DLC, are also on sale or part of a bundle. You can also get the artwork or the music. And a lot of the folks that are watching tonight already have the game, but in case you know somebody you think might like the game, send them my way. And I'm starving again. Wonder how many times I can eat lambas and not ever eat a real meal. Let's keep going here. Again, I'm totally experimenting. Is this right? Oh, I got to put the adamant column. I mean it attached, but I want it to be consistent. So, adamant double height column. I'm down. All right, be consistent. They do. Are you being chased by the bear over there? The bear over there? I don't see the bear attacking. Oh, come on, the bear's way over there, big baby. Here. Blocked from bed. Oh, the door's closed.
I got it.
All right. There's a bed right up there. Go up these stairs. One guy slept up here. How come they won't come sleep up here? All right, well, the other ones might be sitting there waiting for the door to be opened, so I shall run back real quick. And then I will relocate her. Nope, it was Ingen. And then we'll put her back. That would probably be easier than
Will do.
hoping she made it here on her own accord. Again, why they come out the door but won't go in the door, I don't know. Little eccentricity. All right. I probably ought to eat some dinner instead of a caramel. All right. Boy, I really don't like this sitting out here, huh? We will definitely have to clean this up. Do something with this outside. In some way. You can't have such a fancy place in here and such a dull flat space out there. I mean, maybe I'd want windows. That's something else to do instead of all the gold walls. Have some archways or windows. Now see that, why did that one snap in there? Is this one farther forward than the other one? So we might have to put paneling on the outside or something, right? So that it doesn't look so boxy. Now, I also know, is that how I did it? Nope. That he somehow managed to put gold in between. So it's going to be a minute to kind of figure all that out. Let's see. What do we got here? Now, how did he get the curved look? It seemed like there was a curved look. But maybe as you get the arches in there. So he must have done like something like this. maybe then did another granite column. Put the other archway. And this is all from Miriak Fermax. He's the one that did it. Did a beautiful, there was a community challenge on the RTM Discord, and he did a beautiful cathedral ceiling. Or is it the Adventure of? Here we go. All right. So if you want to see his piece, what he did, you can look in the community challenge for Durance Tower in the RTM, the RTM Discord, brain work. What if you used the different columns too? Oops. I have no idea if I'm doing this right, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Column. So I normally play with people. I have quite a few times that I've played with other people. Sunday I have my husband and Alaskan Care 911. We dragged her husband and my husband together. I actually have a group world that I've opened up a couple times for different events. But absolutely. It's one of those things, hey, you know, I got a Friday afternoon free, who wants to play? And I'll open up the group world, or maybe they have a group world they want to use. Absolutely. Yeah, Sunday I play as a group. I used to play with a group called Fellowship of the Streamers. And then for like the Yuletide special event. We Tyler and Calernib joined me. But tonight I'm just building. It's an extra because of we were asked at the very last minute to do a couple of streams to help with their ongoing sale that they just started. So I was like, okay. I was going to build over here anyway. Needed to move my cathedral to some place where you could actually see it, because I had it in a place where it really wasn't very visible. So we're trying to make a pseudo cathedral ceiling. Based on another player, an expert builder, and a design he developed for a community build challenge, and that was put out on the server. Oh, that's up too high. So I'm trying to duplicate it. Oh, see, there's my person over there hanging out. Good to know. So I've only looked at the video a couple times, so not sure if I'm doing it exactly right, but we're trying. That's one of the other things I like about this game. You can just sit and build. You don't even have to go adventure if you don't want to. You can sit and build, or you can mine. You can play with friends. You can play solo. But if you like the game and you ever want to play together, let me know. It is. I even like the mining. There's just something kind of relaxing about the mindless mining. And when you have a stressful job, or you have a house full of kids and you just want something to chill, it works for me. I was at a family occasion yesterday. And I hadn't, a lot of them I didn't know. So I was passing out my cards for my gaming. I have little business cards, and people would just get such a kick out of it. You know, they're like, "You do what?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a content streamer." And they're a majority of them are my age, and it just seemed like it was like unfathomable. The 30-year-olds thought it was cool, you know, cute grandma. But the ones that were my age were just, I don't know, I think they thought, I mean, they said they thought it was cool, but at the same time, you're like, do they really think it's cool, or do they think I'm weird? But it was fun talking about it and telling them about it, and sharing the game, my love for the game. Mined out one of the huge ore tiles the other day. Even with the dev pick, it took over 30 minutes. Yeah. But, you know, there's just something chill about it. You don't have to think. You don't have to plan. You don't have to organize. You don't have to use a lot of brain cells. Now, this definitely uses more brain cells. So let's see how it's going to look. What I would probably do is put the gilded floor along the top, right? To give it a more enclosed cathedral look. So let's put these up and we'll see what it's going to look like before I go all the way across and then decide I don't like it. No, this one. Yeah, if you want to see how it goes with Friends, definitely. Oh, you've seen us on Sunday. You've seen it. I think it's a lot of fun with Friends. Going to need supports or connected to the walls you put up. Okay. Like, could I bring bring a couple of these columns down to the ground? Would that work? How would I connect it to the wall? Oh, no, don't need that one. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. Oh. So, right. As I get further out here, I mean, there's going to be this weird gap here. So how would I do that? Would I do stairs? Ooh, those inverted stairs. Do I have those? I don't think I've opened them yet, right? They don't open till the end of the game. Oh no, I've got them. Would that work? The bear house.
Oh, you orc filth! I'll tear you down.
I think Tyler put a little camp. I thought it was just a little camp hearth, you know, the little tiny circular ones, which they shouldn't see. That's what it looks like from outside, anyway.
That's all you got.
Where'd you go, dude? Oh, is he up there fighting the bear? Yeah, there's a little hearth in here in the house because she had put some decorations on it for the Yuletide event. So they keep sieging it. Go get him with your basket. That's right. Get him.
Weapon for this. Ha, that's one more for me. Kazan,
Get him. Get him. Oh, I hear him somewhere else. I knew there was a risk for this, of course, because there's no, the quarter is not blocked off. You're doing all right with that basket. I need a new basket, though.
Baruch Kazan.
Leave my tree alone. Ooh, a warg. Dinner. That's what that is. Oh, now they weren't hitting you. Alright. Now I probably got to repair your armor.
Baruch Kazan.
Is there more down there? Now they think they have to kill everything. Alright. Yep. I have to get him a new basket, huh? Yeah, and their armor. We have to take their armor, oops, and repair it.
Got
If
it.
you just replace it, does it automatically repair it, or do you have to
Aye.
get him a new one? Alright, let's go fix your armor. So there's a little, she's got a little camp hearth in there, but they shouldn't be sieging the little camp hearth. So I don't know. Actually, let's just put a repair smith up here. Yeah, this is really boring out here. No. I might have to open that up. I might have to open it up. It's looking awfully flat. Or I'm going to have to embellish it in some way. What am I doing? I'm building a repair smith, which is up here. All right, where'd you go? Don't get over here by the bear without your armor on. That one over there. I see 3 dots over there. There she is, or he, or them. There they are. All right. Equip.
Cheers.
Okay, we'll make you some food since you're standing there. I think I took my helmet off in the process. I don't put helmets on them because I like to be able to see who I'm looking at. All right, let's make you some food. How come I can't make the one with the mushrooms and the Sunions and stuff? Maybe that's made on the stove? No, it's made on the roasting pit. Or is it made over here? No. All right, we'll give them, let them eat. So let's go back to exploring. If we can use the inverted stairs and connect them to the wall. So I might have to bring, maybe put a barrier along the top of the wall to bring the wall up a little bit. Let's see what it looks like first if I attach the stairs. I'm thinking there's going to be some sort of a gap, right? So we could do the inverted stairs, or you could do just regular stairs. Problem is, there's a distance there. There's a gap. So I think, you know, from aesthetics, I might like it, but it doesn't work with the gap there. So then the other option, well, there's a couple. I mean, I could use the stairs. And have an additional kind of cathedral look.
Our enemies attack!
Or what, you put a piece of floor there along the top? I don't know if that's going to reach. Will that reach?
Our enemies attack! Our enemies attack!
Yeah, see, it's just a few inches away. So that would mean bringing the walls in. Now, if we did the wood, if we did the stair, if you did the stair, you could use, you know, a smaller
Enemies attack!
piece to gap the distance. Mountain Survival, re-downloading this game and giving it another shot. I only gave it like an hour. Oh, gosh. Mountain, I've got about 2,400 hours into it. I love it. I love the building. I love the adventuring. We were just talking about how much fun it is with friends. I play with a group on Sundays. I love the building, love the mining, and with the new story expansion, it's even better. I am trying to make and we're doing a giveaway, by the way. All the DLCs are up for grabs. You can win one of those. Nobody else is entered. So I can give away a base game, a Duran's Folk, any of the DLCs. So if you don't have any of those, everyone else that's been in here already plays the game, already has the game. I don't know what to do. How do I enter to win the base game? You enter, and then if you win, you tell me what you want. So you can have the base game, there's the expansion DLC, there's one called Yuletide. It's where all the Christmas decorations are, which that DLC. There is what they call the Orc Hunter, which gives you a special weapon that when you kill creatures, you get their skulls and there's bones that you can decorate with. There's the Entwood one where you can build with Entwood It's very pretty for like trellises and stuff. The Bjorn Lodge one does all those wood pieces like you see there in my little cottage. It's all wood pieces. It's called Bjorn Lodge. There's a Rohan one, and some of them are like just cosmetic stuff and a few extra things, and some of them, like the Bjorn Lodge, gives you a whole set of new things to build. So this house in here is made with the Bjorn Lodge DLC. Hey! So you can choose which one you want. And I also have, in addition to what the developers agreed to give us to use, which was one each day we stream, I also have 2 of the Yuletide DLCs that are up for grabs that I got from doing another promotion that never got given away. So there's options. Oh, you get 1 ticket. One chance. But I'm going to do it again tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 2 Pacific Standard Time. There'll be more.
I see pay ahead.
Quit attacking the thingies. You're getting yourself into trouble over here. Go to bed. Go get some dinner and go to sleep. Everybody else is in bed. Troublemaker. No, I'll draw the game at the end. So you and Tanik each have 1 ticket, and then near the end of it, I have to go into Stream Elements and tell it to generate the winner. And then I'll contact you and say, you know, if you're not here, you won, and I'll connect with you and you tell me which thing you want. But then I also have the 2 other Yuletide ones if you don't win and you want one of those. But yeah, if you entered once, you're entered.
To catch.
So you're good to go. So yeah, just tell me what you want if you win. I'm also going to write down, because I've never done the giveaway by myself before. I'm going to write down who's entered. Just in case I don't do it well. I got it set up by myself. That was a good thing. All right. So it was just Berdokin and Tanik. Are you not going to bed because the doors? But see, you don't have to go through the
Survival One is
door.
following the kids.
Mountain Survival. Nice. Hi, Mountain Survival again. Thank you. I love my new little raccoon. I thought it had music, though. I thought I added music to it. That's something else I've been trying to do by myself, is the technology part of it. But I thought for sure I added music. Did you guys hear like a little tune to go with my little raccoon? So you don't have to go through the door. You could walk over the skywalk. And there's a bed in the outpost. No music. Darn it. Didn't get that part right, but I imported the new images and it all worked well when I tested it. And I was thrilled. I figured out how to import the images and the music. And so I got 50% of it right all by myself. Got the image there. I wanted to go the other way. I'm going to go this way. Ah, okay. Did you figure out you could get in from up here? The whole pathing thing is a curious thing. How you get them to where you want to go. Just do the exclamation ticket. It's automatically entered into Stream Elements, and then at the end I hopefully do it correctly, but I'm also writing down the names in case I don't do it correctly in Stream Elements. And then if you win, you tell me what you want, whether you want the DLC or whether you want the base game. You tell me what you want. And I also have two of the, how come nobody's in bed? Two of the Yuletide ones also left over from another giveaway. Usually they're all in bed by nighttime. All right. So they're sort of using this outpost I made. I had one of them slept in it one night, and they ate there, but it's not consistent yet. And it's dark. I should probably, I mean, I don't know if it matters, as long as I can see what I'm doing. So we're messing around with this idea here about watching creators on Twitch. I usually watch and game out in the oil field and use YouTube. Yeah, unfortunately, if there is a way to do the giveaway on YouTube, I don't know it. Stream Elements kind of goes hand in hand with Twitch. It's real easy to do it, and then I also usually have a mod that helps me, but since I just found out about it today, I didn't want to bother her with setting it up, so I braved it and did it myself, my very first time. So I don't mind the floor to help support the cathedral ceiling, but there's a gap. So that would mean I would need to pull the wall in, right? If that's how I want to do this. I need to get some support, and one way to get support would be to attach the floor to the pillars or the walls or the doors, something. Let's see, where do I got this one? Last four. Probably going to have to do that from above to get it to line up correctly. Yeah, if there was a 1x1, like a 1x1 gold piece, and I could just run it along that edge. But there is not. The joy of building. That don't work, so try something else. Yes, Tyler, it is. Sean from the Content Creator Program told us this afternoon that they were able to sneak in a sale for RTM in a Steam sale, and said if we streamed for a couple hours, we could do a giveaway. And I set up the giveaway by myself using some templates from previous giveaways. And it's working because they're putting in ticket and it's telling them they bought a ticket. So the next step is going to be, how do I get this to be the right height? Or the right fudge. The next step is going to be ending the giveaway, and so that it pulls a name. But anyway, I got it started by myself. So that was pretty fun. how do I make sure if I bring it in? Okay. I don't really have a plan what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of going as I go. So let's do this. Let's use our lodge carved posts. Let's bring it in a little bit. Where's going to be a snap point? We don't want it to snap here. We're going to want it to come in. Looks like that's going to be the next snap point. Let's see how that's going to line up with what we're doing here. All right, get in there. It doesn't want to. Doesn't want to. All right, but it'll get me started. Should have asked how long the stream will be. I might be asleep by the time the winner is chosen. I'll be awake for streams tomorrow though. Don't you worry about it. If I don't do it right, I've written down the 3 people who've entered. And so I'll throw their name in a hat if I can't figure it out. So that's going to pull, that's going to pull that in quite a bit, isn't it? So we had the gold narrow wall here first. Watch me end up just scrapping this whole project. Oh, so we got that. And we got the door. So now I can follow along my height. There we go. And we did panel. Oop, I forgot the gold there. Might be too much gold though, huh? We did panel. With the gold. I think we did number 2, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. And then we did a solid one with the 3. One-eared, silly Betty Boo. Howdy. What jumpers hit? I mean, hubby won't tell me. What does jumpers hit it mean? Hubby won't. What does jumpers hit it mean? Hubby won't tell you. Is he speaking in code? Apparently. Jumpers hit it. Told me that. It's probably a military reference, I'm guessing. But I don't know. That was, gosh, that was so long ago. My army days. And you're streaming. I'm sorry if I stream out or raid out, I will come by if you're still on. Jumpers hit it. I'm thinking it's some sort of naughty army thing to do with sex. That's what I'm thinking. Am I close? I wonder. I'll have to message him and find out. This isn't quite gonna work there, is it? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just told me to ask you. Parajumpers? A pair of jumpers? You know where my mind goes. You tell him to quit trying to get me in trouble. What are you streaming, Betty? What are you streaming? Good. I'm glad I made him laugh. Or he's laughing at himself for pulling a prank, huh? I hope you guys had a good day out there. Where, Alabama? I think. This is a full wall here, right? A full wall. I think. Yes. And then the panel wall. That's adamant. That's not where I want to be. Panel. You tell him that I did not beat the Berserker King or the Valkyrie Queen today. It didn't work. He about it. He's coming over here to cause trouble now? Yeah, I really tried to beat those bosses today in God of War, and it just wasn't happening. How was the fight with the Zerker? I got my ass handed to me, Brudokin. Absolutely. Neither one of them did I get down maybe past half, if that, on anything. Gná or the King. And I had lots of people helping. Vontae and Tougher and, you know, others were in there trying to help. Dang it. I still got a gap there. So I've got to decide if I'm going to give it another shot next Friday. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I did really well with the series. I've cleared out all those other realms, and I've cleared out all the other berserkers, which I've never been able to do before. So even if I don't get the King and Gná, I'm still happy, but I'd like to get them. But, wow, that looks awkward. You know, I'd like to get them, but I don't know if I will get them. Say hello. All right, Cicero, if your wife's still on when I decide to call it, I will come by. I got to figure out how to make this transition. If I want to do this cathedral ceiling this way, as opposed to the stair idea I had before, I got to figure out how to make this transition right here. And the way it wants to snap is on the outside of it. No, that worked. That worked. So if I did that, what I don't know is if that's going to be strong enough for what Cal said I needed for support. Does that show through this side though? It does. But maybe that's not so bad. It might give a little bit of, you know, pop of color on this outside piece. See if I turn that around and put it over it. I could. Might look a little weird. Still a work in progress here. So let me put the wood up too. So if we do this, let me finish it out. I would put wood, I would put the gold floor on the very top. the gilded floor would be on the very, very, very top. And then when you looked up, then you would see the gilded floor. Have to kind of pull that in a little bit, so it might not be completely symmetrical, but it's going to be way up high. You might not even see it. You might not even notice it. So that's sloppy, but that's the concept. So then this would be your cathedral ceiling. Like I said, it's a little sloppy. The way those are overlapping aren't right. But that would be the concept. And then you'd have the rest of the gilded floor. And that cathedral would come all the way across to the other end of the building, all the way over to here. Like I said, the overlap is not what I would want to do. I'd get up there and clean that up. The way I originally built this structure, where I had it originally, I did a cathedral roof with these. And they actually work really well. They peak right above that top of the 3 guys. I think I had to maybe add a couple pieces. Or a piece, I think. Did I? I think I did. So it kind of depends on if I want the wood roof or the gilded roof. So what I did before, and somehow I had it layered, I had 2 peaks on the other structure. Not exactly sure how I did it. So then you have this peak roof. And like I said, if I start down there, it does perfectly peak right at the top of those 3 guys. I think it just depends on how fancy you want it to be. This is very much like Mariak's. Much better version, or his is a much better version. I mean, the wood works because you've already got the wood paneling. So the wood would work. And if I could figure out how I did the double peak, that's what I would do. This one is certainly faster. I kind of like the idea of trying to do the cathedral just because I liked it so much. And I like to challenge myself when I build. So let's keep working on this. We need to put our scaffolding back. And I'm going to have to hope that attaching the floor to the wall would give it its stability, or I need to add columns to come down. And I bet you I need to go feed my guys. Might not be able to tell if they're starving from up here. Hey, now it's working. Sabako. Hey.
S11Pox0 is following the kids.
Hello. The music worked and the anime worked. Tyler, if you're still watching, I did that by myself too. Woohoo. Found the graphics myself and the music. I get better every day. Welcome in, Sapako. All right. And thank you for following. Where's my folks? I know I'm starving, so I'm going to cook. That one's starving. Starving Marvin. It's lunch. Let's have some fire roasted stew. I'm getting it. I don't know why the music didn't work the first time. But I've got a different one for follows, sub with Prime, resub, new sub, give sub, and community sub. Hopefully they work. But it's nice to know the follow did. So it's just a matter of taking the time. I am so overbooked now teaching the night class too. I'm overbooked. That's what I've done. I have like one night that I don't have anything planned after work. And then my weekends are booked with streaming, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that I don't give myself like an afternoon to just chill unless it's nail day, nail or hair day. So I may have to reconsider a few things. Maybe I should just retire from work. I mean, that'd be the answer, right? If I could figure out how to make up the income loss. Maybe by this time next year I'll be making enough from Twitch. I don't know. Can people actually make enough money off of Twitch that's like a full-time job? I don't know. I've heard there's YouTubers that are millionaires. Chill time is important. It is. Very, very rarely they make $1 million. Yeah. I imagine that Nerd of the Rings with, what's he got? Over 1 million followers, that Nerd of the Rings, but of course he's been doing it probably 10 or 15 years, who knows. He probably makes a few dollars. But, yeah, I'd have to replace quite a bit. I could retire with what? About half? If you retire early. It's pretty pitiful how much you pay into Social Security and how much you actually get when you retire. It's pretty sad. Yummy, yummy in your tummy. All right, let's get back to it. There's a lot of factors there. Money doesn't just come from streaming. Yeah, I get these notices about sponsorship. You know, you can get a sponsor. Oh, wow. That looks weird now. Ugh. Ugh. Most of the people who made that money, though, don't just make it through subs. They usually do merchandise, revenue, content posting on TikTok, start their own stream brand. Oh my gosh. I'd have to be retired to do all that. I don't know how this is working out. I just don't know. But at this point, trying to work full time and do this all weekend does take up my time I enjoy. But still, the reality, right? The reality is it takes up time. It's a business for them. They work 12+ hour days every day. Wow. Wow, right? Right? No, I don't think I want to take that on. Nope. Nope, nope. I wouldn't mind doing it, you know, every day for 4 or 5 hours, but I don't know if I want to invest that kind of time. Okay. See, now that corner doesn't match that corner. Let's... Yeah, and I worry about the sponsorship. You know, I get these messages about sponsorships are available through Stream Elements or whoever it is. And I'm like, what if I don't, like, what if I think, oh yeah, that's a good company, and then they turn out to be a terrible company, and you've been advertising for them? Or what if they, you know, you sign a contract with them and then you're like, hey, wait a minute, that's not what I thought this was going to be about. Now you're in a contract with them. So there's a lot of things to consider, I suppose, if you're going to do something like that. And that would definitely be down the road when I actually had the time to stream enough for anybody to want to sponsor me, right? I mean, they're not going to want to use somebody that's only streaming on the weekend. They're going to want somebody that can advertise their stuff more frequently. Oh, I'm going to go to all this trouble and be like, nah, I don't like it. Oh, that's too low. Let's do... like Catatonia, you know, where they have like 14,000 followers, and was it Miss Odd Molly? Doesn't she have like 40,000 or something? That's definitely got to be a full-time job. I like having it small though, because I know people, right? When they come and visit, it's like I can remember their name because there's only a few of you guys. At least I hope I remember your names. So I don't know if I'd want 1 million, because then it's not really a personal thing, and that's one of the things I like about it. Is that you get to know people from all over the world. I've seen people have 200,000 K in professional hardware, camera, lighting, computers, renovated rooms, sound controlled mixers. Oh my gosh. Probably like people like Nutty or, you know, Nerd of the Rings and stuff. And go bankrupt. But one person makes a viral sex joke and makes millions. It's luck, right? What triggered Automod? What did trigger Automod? My chat got slowed down over here on Twitch. What's going on over here? Probably the sex. That word. It's funny, it's not, doesn't look like it's being kicked out on my end. Huh. What is the American people or whoever does this have a problem with sex? What's wrong with that word? I don't know. All right. Rage quick. All right. Cool. Love some Star Wars. So we are getting to a point where we need support over here, but see, now look at this. See, now this arch is really far away from that wall.
What have I become?
Oh, God. I don't think my cathedral ceiling is going to work. The old God of War. It looked like the new God of War when I was picking it out. Let's see. See, it looks centered where it is right now. Thank you, Sir Cicero. But it's not on this wall. I'd have to bring this wall in too, correct? Like I did with this one. Recognize the voices from God of Wars before the PS4. Oh. I did not realize that when I picked it. So I'm going to have to move this wall in just like I did the other wall. If I go with this cathedral ceiling. This is your church, Cicero. I moved it. And I'm trying to do a cathedral ceiling like Miriak did for his Durin's monument, rather than the wood peak that I did the first time. So I'm working it. I'm trying to make it. I wanted it out here in the open so we could actually see it. And then in that space I took it out of, I'm just going to put like a library or something. But I really like how it looks, right? You got the gold trim and everything on the inside. The archway just perfectly matches there. It's the rest of it I'm having trouble with, but I'm going to have to add the floor here. And I'm going to have to move the wall to match it. See, all these other builders that are out there, you know, Axebeard and Jubo, they'd be looking at this cringing. Or Cal, be totally cringing at what the heck I'm doing here. That go in there. I'm determined to get it for you. It was a special request, so I'm gonna get it done for you. That has got to sink in a little bit. I can't remember who asked me to do the library, and I feel bad about that. I think it was somebody whose name started with a B. There we go, right there. Jumpers hit it. Are we talking about Jumpers, the streamer? The person who came in to see me? Is that who we were talking about? So I'd have to bring this wall in. Gosh, this is so hard. It's hurting my brain. So if I bring the wall in, How does nobody know that term? I don't know. I thought maybe it was something military that I just wasn't catching on to. I mean, it looks the same, sort of. Oh, parachuters? Parachuters? Something's not right there. What is our time? Man, it's 8. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. Been streaming almost 3 hours. I think I'll go ahead and do the drawing for you 3. But if you don't win the drawing, talk to me in Discord, because I also have the free Yuletide ones as well, if you want those. So I gotta figure out how to attach. If I move them in, I've got to make sure they're at the same height. I went and got some food. What did I miss? Oh, just more cursing. Trying to figure out. I'm liking my cathedral ceiling. But it's very much, what do you call it? Monkey. Mickey Mouse. Is that the term? The American term, Mickey Mouse? When you're just kind of piecing it all together. I need to bring the wall in, and I need to do you want to do it yourself or you want me to close it? Let's see. Let me see. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can do this with the giveaway. So do you just close it? To draw winners, you must close the giveaway. It has instructions. To draw winners, you must close the giveaway for new entries. So close the giveaway. Okay, giveaway is closed. You won't be able to draw any more winners. Draw a winner. Mountain Survival 1. Mountain Survival 1. Finish giveaway. Did I do it? How does it look over there? How did it work on you guys' end? Did it work? It worked! I'm so happy I got it right. Ha! You won the giveaway. So you can choose base game, DLC, whatever you want to do. The other two, Tanic and Brudokin, if you want a copy of the Christmas one, the Yuletide one, let me know. I'll get you that key as well. So the way it works is you tell me, Mountain, you tell me what key you want. It's we got Steams and Epics and PlayStations. I tell the developer, our developer liaison, and they give me the key, and then I give it to you. So either you need your Whisper open, or you need to, hop in over on the Discord and, check in with me there. And the Discord is right here. Right? Did I do it? There. So either way, for both winner for winning and streamer for successfully running the giveaway. There we go. Mountain Survivor, which DLC do you want? There's several. There's the Duran's expansion one. The most recent expansion. The Orc Hunter, the Yuletide, the let's see, the Antwood, the Rohan, the Bjorn. If you like to build, the Bjorn is a great one. So just let me know what you want, Mountain. And congratulations, you are the first winner that when I've done the giveaway all by my lonesome. How about that? All right, so I need to, what am I doing? How do I make sure I get these to the right height? I think so I did this, right? Is that right? No. Yes. Yes, no. And then there was another one under it. All right. Is it a little lower? Whichever I suggest. It really does depend on what you like to do in the game, I think. If you want more story and all the fun stuff that comes with that, I would do the Duran's expansion with one caveat. It has still a few bugs that they're trying to work out. I'm still having a blast with it. As you can see, I'm not having game crashes or lags or anything like that. It's working, but sometimes it doesn't. Berdoken Mountain won the drawing, but I still also have 2 Yuletide DLCs to give to you if you would like one of those. And then tomorrow I'm doing another giveaway. So there's another opportunity for you to win. And like I said, if you want a Yuletide DLC, I have one. So you would have that as an option as well. I don't have the game, so DLs wouldn't do me. All right. If you, let's see, what would be the easiest way for you to find other streamers that are also giving stuff away? We're doing it for the next 2 weeks through the 29th. And all the streamers from the Content Creator Program are streaming. A lot of them announce on my Discord. Some of them don't. But I could certainly send you invites to the other Discords that are also streaming for the Content Creator Program. Or you can do a search on Twitch, right? And see who's playing a game. But there's a couple dozen of us in the Content Creator Program that are streaming over the next 2 weeks to try to give away, and it's on sale. It's half off at this point. Was it like $12-13, I think? Because it's normally only what, 24? I haven't actually looked lately. So it's actually for all the DLCs we've gotten in the 2 years that it's come out, I think it's a bargain, even at 24, because I've spent $50-60 on a game and not played it nearly as long as I have played this game. So even if you pay for it yourself, I personally think it's worth it. 30 down to 15. All right. See? And there's bundles. right now too, that are taking like somewhere from 30 to 35% off if you do a bundle. All right, let's what am I doing here? What am I doing here? We're doing Gilded Relief 2 embedded into the panel. Then we're doing a solid panel of Gilded Relief 3. With all due respect, I'm not terribly invested in spending money. Okay, I want to try it, but I'm not certain I'll get too into it. Creative builder type games have yet to be addictive for you. Mostly just want to explore the lore-ness of it. Yeah. Yeah, it at some point, if you don't win, I do think it is worth the purchase. But I will be on again tomorrow between 11 and 2 Pacific Standard Time, so you can have another chance to win. If you come on the Discord, if that's something you like to do, like I said, I can invite you to other Discords of other people that play, and then you get more time to watch them play. Like Tyler, for instance. She's not part of the creator program, but she plays, and she's awesome. So that would give you somebody else to watch. Tyler _ T2. I always have to look. I just cannot remember it. Doesn't work for me. Tyler also streams the game. Cal streams and plays. He's a good builder too. Where if it happens, it happens. Change your routine and chase it. Okay, all right. Mostly came to watch you play God of War and Red Dead. I appreciate, for whatever reason, you come and join us. But we'll have more of this in the morning, then we'll have Red Dead in the afternoon. And then I play with a group on Sunday. So there'll definitely be more opportunity to watch to decide if it's something you want to dive into. All right, and Cal, you popped in, and it's going. I'm having, you know, best laid plans sort of situation where I'm having to move in walls so I can anchor it like you were suggesting. Wild Blueberry, did she pop in? Or are you just giving her a shout out?
Hello there.
Not streaming tonight, but she is doing giveaways. Oh yes, thank you. And Firemain Davy is probably doing a giveaway. And Miriak and Jubo and all the greats. Let's see. So I've had to move my walls in twice to use floor to stable. I'm hoping the floor is going to stabilize my cathedral. I'm not sure I like it with the floor right there. Haven't decided. I might still put a peak at the top with the either with the inverted stairs or with the wood stairs, because I don't like the flat top. But it's getting there. Definitely getting there. I keep having sieges in the bear's nest. That's funny. Tyler, you put a hearth in the bear's nest, right? And I thought it was just a little camp hearth, but it keeps causing a siege. I just think it's funny. They go sieging the bear nest, and of course then the bear's not too happy about that. I've tried Ark, Valheim, Terraria, Minecraft, and others. hard time with games that aren't linear, narratively focused. It tends to make me have analysis paralysis. I think you did, Tyler, because you had put decorations. You put lights on this one down here. And I can see the little hearth in there, but I thought it was just a little, you know, the little round camp hearth. And they don't siege those, do they? But it's the little tiny one, and I didn't think they sieged those little ones. Hosting a server that I'd have friends play on. If I knew how to host a server, I would. I have a blast. When Tyler and Cal and I played when Alaska and I play with the husbands, it's just a blast. You get to sing together. It's just drink together. You know, it's just a lot of fun. Pal World and I played Pal World like one time and Valheim like one time. I haven't gotten into those yet. Cicero or not? What did I miss, Cicero? They don't siege campfires. Well, what'd you put in there? Did you put one of the small ones instead of the little baby one? Because they're definitely sieging over there. The little campfire icon and everything's there. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little weird glitchy thing happening, but they've sieged it twice, which I think is hysterical. I'm not complaining. I think it's funny. They go in there and the bear's like, what the hell? Why are you here? Why are you in my house? I didn't invite you. Go away. Nope, it's the solid one, I believe. Is this gonna match up? Oh man. Man, I have some so wow. Don't talk to OSHA. Don't tell OSHA what you see here. This needs to, oh my God. A bit of a graphic snob. I like games that look realistic with high-end visuals. God of War for sure. Red Dead Redemption. Artistic art style. I don't have deliberately lower settings. No, I do have tonight for the first time. I've done an ultra low latency so that the YouTube chat would come in faster, because it's so slow if you don't. And I've been told that if you have it on the ultra low latency, that sometimes it affects the graphics, but I don't see a difference personally. It looks pretty normal to me. And game settings, not stream settings. It's whatever it is normally. It's whatever the default is what it's on. I wouldn't even know where to start with changing game settings. Shadows and textures, nope, it's the default. Now, one thing I'm doing that might be affecting it is I have a cosmetic on that gives me light. The armor itself has lights on it. So that also affects things because it's shining it's like headlights basically on the front of my armor. And so that definitely affects shading, right? Very, very much. And I still have all my Christmas decorations up, so that makes a difference too, because without that, she'd be looking pretty hot here in her Duran's armor. But it does change the shadows, right? Yep, Christmas threw up everywhere. And slowly, piece by piece, the orcs are taking it down, because I still have sieges in here, because I haven't closed it off yet. So we've lost some, like on the bridge was the first set to go. There was some on this bridge that Tyler put up. They haven't got the tree yet. All right. Where's everybody else? Are they all... Are you hungry? You're working. Okay.
Oh, how do?
How do? Now that one keeps getting blocked from bed. I don't know why. Static Kiwi's here. Hello. Doing a little building to help promote the game. Did a little giveaway. I thought, oh, I'll just come in for a couple hours around 5 o'clock, and here I am 3.5 hours later. And I haven't eaten yet, so I probably will have to quit soon, just for my own health, right? I need some potatoes. That's what I need. I need some potatoes. I would have loved to finish this cathedral ceiling though. That I'm working on. I knew that sound before it even played, yeah? Yes. Potatoes, precious. So I'm trying to simulate Miriak's cathedral ceilings, Kiwi. And I'm getting there. Ferment them? Is that how you make vodka? Right? Isn't that how you make vodka? Almost feels like these... this is sticking... oh. Because, like, see what I mean? It's like, it's over, like... It's not a full tile. It's like 3/4 of a tile. All right, we got to go from this way. Wait, vodka is potato? Yes, some vodka is potato. I think you can make it out of something else too, but supposedly the good vodka is from a potato, right? That's what I'm told. We need to go, gosh. I am making this so hard on myself. I know I am. But it's potatoes, and there's something else you can use as well. There's two different things. We have a vodka distillery here where we live, which is odd given that we're a tiny little town. And it's very well known, at least in Oregon, as being good vodka. Anything that can ferment, okay. All right. I've got these. They're not on square here. See, that's sitting back too far. let's, I don't know what to do about that wall over there, so I'm going to pretend that I don't see it. We'll work from over here. But then we have this problem, right? We have this problem. Introduce yeast. Ethanol. We all need ethanol, right? Like a car, we all work on ethanol. What is the other item though? You can make it two different ways. It's potatoes and there's some other way to make vodka. Now I can't remember what it is. Come back here. Come on. What did I do? There we go. That's better. Grains in general. Yeah, I can't remember. So these are not in sync with one another. See, that should be snapped to the top. That should be snapped. That should be snapped in this, on the, because it's a 3x3, right? Probably can't see it down here. I need to get up from up high. We need some 1x. Some 1x1s. Moonshine's a mystery. Definitely a mystery to me. Never had it for sure. Okay, these are lined up now. So wall. I'm doing Miss Kiwi's method of putting a gilded relief inside the wood, and it looks lovely. And then that is a full panel. You can't claim the credit. I learned that from other members in the community. Yeah, sometimes I get ideas and I don't remember who I got it from. I know the ceiling was from Miriak, though, for sure. This is the ceiling, at least similar to the ceiling he did. What I got up there in between. I think I was going to do the peak that I did with the stairs the first time I built this, but I'm trying to simulate the one that Miriak did in his Durin's tower, and it's hard, and I wasn't lined up well at all, and I didn't have the right support. So I'm doing it, what do you call it, ass backwards, I think is how you would say it. It is beautiful. It is beautiful, and I will not do it justice. I know I won't, but I wanted to give it a shot. It's funny that these, is it because this room is kind of cattywampus? Why is this hanging over here, but it's not hanging over here? Because these are all centered on the dividers. So I don't know why. Waiting on the Gondor trader so you can pick up the ancient set. Yeah, cattywampus. I don't even know how you spell it. Cattywampus. It's probably a weird word that I picked up somewhere. Who knows? Cattywonk. But I don't know. I don't know how you spell it. But it means crooked. Definitely means crooked. I'd have to ask Siri how you spell it. Hey Siri, how do you spell cattywampus? It's two words, CATTYWOMPUS. Hey Siri, what's the definition of cattywampus? Cattywampus is an adjective that means crooked, out of alignment, sideways, crazy, askew. And in the definition, they've got the words together, but when she showed me the spelling, she had them separately. Cattywampus. You've just learned a new word. Funny, huh? What's wrong with the walls? I don't know, but if you look here, my adamant foundation, these walls come right to the edge. This wall is overlapping, I don't know, 4 inches. And I thought they were lined up, but it is quite possible that this is embedded, not embedded in the wall as far as the other side. It's hard because the room is kind of on a weird angle. You come over here and you try to put in a piece of floor, for instance. It's crooked. You know, it's on a... But that shouldn't affect that. Look at the grid line on the floor at the start of the first solid gold wall partition. Are they lined up? Well, it's a good question. But, you know, they're only off by few inches, and I'm not good. Let's see. I know one way we can look. Right? So these two walls connect right along this line right here. Yep, they are. This wall is shoved over about 4 inches because these two panels that come together right there should be closer to these dots. They should be somewhere in there is where it should be. Can you pull up the floor for just a row and see if the two start points are on the same floor grid line? Yep, the walls will have snapped, so 2 different points. So not starting at the same point. So if that were the case, then I would need to go from here that way. And I went from here this way. Hello, hey Jay. Hey Jay, is that how you say it? I hope I didn't murder that name. So now I need to take everything, right? I'd have to take all this out. All right. Builder error, yes. That's why I watch people like Miriak and Kiwi and Calernib and so the real trick though is height, making sure the height is correct. And one way I've learned to do that is you have these cool timbers now. So you can, you know, snap one of these in place and then make sure the height matches when you get across. Sometimes you can't run them all the way across though. I'll have to put in a column of some sort. And I'm probably making this too hard. I know I am. Unfortunately, that's my build method. Okay, you're there just to provide support, so I can get this over here. All right, so now I can monitor height. Should be right along the same height as that. And then the other thing is I got to pull it in so it touches the floor. So it needs to match, it needs to get to the edge of this floor. Oh yeah, this is why I don't consider myself a master builder. So, maybe I'll get lucky. Let's just slap it up here and see what happens. I won't necessarily put the right wall in, just want to see if I'm going to line up with the floor. Probably not. That worked. That worked. I'll take it. It's good enough for government work. All right. Let's see. I really should end up in this, guys. I do have a stream in the morning. I just have so much fun talking to you guys and interacting, so it's hard for me to... It's hard. It's like, I don't want to stop playing. I'm having too much fun, Mom. I don't want to stop. But I didn't eat lunch. I haven't eaten dinner. I've been subsisting on protein bars, which I know is not good for me. They're good protein bars, though, if you ever need a good recommendation. That, and this has to be a door. Need a door so the Lord can come over here and marry people or whatever he's going to do in this fancy place. All right, I think we got the bones correct now. So what I will do then, I'll work on this a little bit tomorrow. If anybody wants to stop by tomorrow between 11 and 2. And we'll do some adventuring. We want to advance the story. And then we'll have some Red Dead in the afternoon. And Curbs, Curbs INOZ, he's on my Discord now. He's going to join me. He's not going to like stream or play the game, but he's going to be in my ear telling me, you know, helping me out. Because usually he's trying to chat with me and there's always that delay. And now what do I do? Fudge. So we thought we'd give that a try. So I'm going to have the voice channel open during Red Dead and he can hop in. And if anybody else wants to hop in and chat while we play some Red Dead, you'd be welcome. the man in the chair. The man in my head. All right. So because I can't do half a wall decorator wall. So I don't know. What do you think? Oh, he's there. Curbs is there. So we would extend this all the way back here to this wall, and there'll be the gilded floor as a ceiling, so it looks like a cathedral ceiling. And then because I don't like flat things, I will probably use some of maybe the wood stairs or the inverted stairs to give it a peak. But I think it's going to line up great as far as visually where the cathedral ceiling hits those back panels. I think it lines up really well. I just got to keep finagling the wall and the ceiling and the height. Like, I can see the height of these two floors does not match. This side comes down to almost completely to the bottom of the granite column, and this side is up higher. So there's still some finagling because it's still cattywampus Brudoken. So let's see. We got 9 over on Twitch. Let's do a raid to somebody. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you for hanging out. You are welcome to jump over to the Twitch channel and go on a raid. That's fun. Basically, we just take you to another channel to watch. Sometimes it's somebody I know, somebody playing the same game. Sometimes I go to a smaller channel than myself so we can share the love with them. Hey, Co, you're coming in right at the end, dear. Maybe tomorrow with some Red Dead or something. But yeah, I did a pop-up stream to help advertise Return to Moria sale. And we're getting ready to go on a raid. But I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning for me at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to do some more of this. We'll do some adventuring and some building. It'd be fun to finish the cathedral ceiling. I may have to peek at Miriak's Duran's video again to get re-familiar with it. The technique. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Thank you, Heijay. Come by again. Definitely come by again. But in the meanwhile, so I can go eat and get some sleep before stream tomorrow, I'm going to put it on my end screen. I'm going to go select somebody to raid to, and then you'll get dumped over there into their stream, and you can see what they're up to. I'll try to find somebody I know is good streamer to raid out to. But in the meanwhile, quit adulting long enough to go play. There she goes. Tyler did the raid for me. And I'll see you next time. Let's do it.
She's got her headset on and her keyboard split in the depths of Moria. She's a perfect fit, mining gems and gold. She's on a quest. Grandma's gaming heart, she's the very best. Her pickaxe swings with a digital flair. Enemies beware, she's got a warrior stare. No joy